I'm okay. All right.
You're the one that counts.
Go ahead, Tom.
What was that afternoon like the last 15 minutes of that game? When they go ahead, it looked like you were on the sideline, looked pretty dejected at that point. What was that game like for you?
It was an exciting game. Obviously, 3-3 is a game that can, I said it in week one, entertain our supporters, entertain our fans. That's what we're going for. But we also know we need to pick up results in these situations. The last 2 goals, a disappointing situation because it's kind of gone against some of the stuff I know I've prepared the boys for. So we're a little bit too expansive in our attacking shape. Obviously, tend the ball over in vulnerable areas. But yeah, it's an opportunity for those guys to learn, and we keep moving forward. In regards to how we finished the game, I was very, very happy. We go ahead and lead the game twice. Then we go down late for the first time in the game, so these guys have to then flip that mindset of, we've got to go and get a goal now. We've got to go and chase a goal. So I was very happy for João, and obviously his hat-trick, the first club hat-trick of obviously its existence. So I'm very proud for him, and I'm very happy for him, but we know we need to go and get 3 points today.
When we talked to you on Tuesday, you said when you were done with us, you were going to go talk to Klauss about finishing.
Yep.
So what did you say to him? Because it's apparently worked very well.
No, obviously all the credit goes to him. I just tried to help him in his positioning, put himself into moments where he can score goals. He's a very good hold-up player. He's very good on the ball as well, but we want our number 9 scoring goals. The first hug from him was obviously right before the water break. I promised him by the movements he was making, he was going to find the first goal. So to happen 5 minutes later, I was super, super happy for him. And again, he gets all the credit. He's come in this week with a great growth mindset. We talked about many moments where he can position himself good enough and score goals. And today we saw it. So
His last 2 goals, those were very impressive goals. This has got to be great for his confidence, the way he took those and put them in.
Yeah, very, like I said, good individual performance by him, good individual performance by several guys. Look, a few mistakes that cost us 3 points today, but I can still see the growth of this team. I was very happy that we had a very entertaining game, obviously going into the break here. But like I said, we wanted to pick up 3 points today, so a little disappointed there.
Justin?
Coach, when Roman was in here midweek, he talked about how it felt like that he had a plan of what to do and when to do things. On that last goal, you can see him and pushing the team up more and kind of instructing players on where to be, and then he sends the ball in that turns into the goal. Can you talk a little about like what his leadership meant in that moment and just the growth that you've seen from him at the end of a game, coming back and grabbing a result out of it?
Yeah, obviously, as we saw today, Roman's our first piece in how we attack. He was utilised many moments today with the ball. He allows us to get into positions where other players can get higher up the field. And it's late in the game when we have a more direct set-piece opportunity. And then moments you've just got to grab a hold of them and take them. But for his leadership, it's infectious. He's come into training every week now. He's very intense. He's very competitive. He's a great example to these young pros on this team on how to apply yourself every single day on the field. When you talk about the leadership, yeah, he's phenomenal.
And then as far as Conrad Wallum comes in, he has to come out early. Is there any update on his injury already, or is it too soon?
Yeah, we thought we could get him 45 minutes with his calf muscle. Obviously, he's got himself into a good warm-up. He's fully prepared. He was training towards the end of the week very well. But you can never replicate the pace of a game. So obviously, he's come in. He's tried for, I think it was around 20, 25 minutes. But it's the same calf muscle, so we'll just have to get that evaluated and see how he does now.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go to Matt, then back to Grace.
Coach, picking up on Justin's question, I noticed that Roman Berkey directionally told some of the players where to go. Timo Baumgartl in particular, I'm not sure if you caught this. Roman Berkey was telling him where to be in position to receive that header, and he was able to place it perfectly to where he was instructing. Have you ever had a goalkeeper that you've coached who's had this command of the field? And also, what does that say to you about the just freedom that Roman Berkey has to kind of direct players on the field?
Yeah, he's obviously the captain and the leader, so he has the full autonomy to help on the field make the right decisions, move guys in the right moments. In a 90-minute soccer game, we're looking at guys making 300, 400, 500 decisions every single game. So Roman's just able to compose himself in them moments. It's emotional, as in it's very high energy out there. we're trying to chase a goal, and what we need in them moments is a player like Roman to settle it down, recognize, hey, that's the space I'm going to put the ball. So that's his leadership and his game awareness, and then obviously his technique. He can put the ball in any single position. So we try to utilize his strengths by being a free player, building up with grounded passes, but every now and then finding a nice ball in behind, just because he's so accurate with his passing abilities.
And then you mentioned your team gave up a couple leads. Past 2 games, by my count, there have been a total of 15 minutes that you've held 3 different leads. What do you need to do to kind of get your team back on track as far as able to keep a lead?
Yeah, it was something we've brought up this week in training. Something I brought up at pre-game, halftime, is trying to flip this mentality of these young lads out there that when you go ahead and score a goal, you actually use that momentum to go and get a second goal and be relentless and kill the game. Some of the behaviors right now has been to get the goal, and then it's almost like we'll sit into our shell and invite pressure. So we're slowly but surely changing that. Today, I don't think we sat back and was defending the leads. It was just some mistakes on the field, which these guys are going to make mistakes all the time. I'm going to make mistakes as a coach. So unfortunately, the last 2 goals were errors on our end, absolutely. But yeah, we'll move onwards and upwards with it. So yeah, thank you.
We'll go to Grace.
When LA is able to find pretty quick answers for those first 2 goals, those moments can be pretty deflating. But how was your group able to flip the script and do that to them in the end?
Yeah, it shows, I'm speaking about it again, but it shows the mentality now from the positive side. Obviously, we were in a position where we led the game twice. They responded. Then they go ahead and take the lead. So in them moments, we have to get these guys ready to go on and find a goal somehow. One of the things I said on day 1 is I'll create more chances as a coach. For this team, I'll create more goal scoring opportunities. So we've scored, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals in 3 games. Unfortunately, we conceded 3 this game, which kind of bit us in the backside, inevitably, yeah.
Matt?
That first goal seems like the one that could have been more preventable without like big mistakes there. They were able to attack you guys on that on your defensive left side and pull you apart there. It seemed like you had shifted bomb over, and then they kind of overloaded the middle. What was the kind of chess match you were playing on that left side, and how were they able to take advantage of that?
Yeah, so they had very good late runs. Obviously, they were doing a good job with Peck, with Pinstall in dragging our defensive line off balanced. So then the Marco Royces are running in behind and other players of that quality. So one of our adjustments at halftime was to defending a 4-1-4-1 and making sure that we knew absolutely in them moments Akil would track all the runners that were coming off the shoulders. So we were able to shut that moment down and eliminate them from a lot of opportunities. I think, again, with the exception of the 2 goals we conceded from some maybe mistakes again, we limited them to very little on our goal. So I was proud of the defensive structure of the team for the day. Just conceded a few goals, yeah.
And then not a lot of touches for Tots, especially in the first half. How do you solve that?
Yeah, so one of his roles was to get onto the last line and utilize a 3-back system with the ball. So moving Tots into that higher position to try and pin their left back was something from a chess match or from a structural standpoint we work through. We need to find ways to still utilize him as an attacking threat, though. He's got great service, great quality on the ball. I do remember 2 long switches to him where he was able to kind of like knock it into the half space first time, where we should have accelerated the attack a bit more. So a couple of good actions from him, but we would like to find ways to get him more crossing the ball also.
Coach, with Klauss, I wondered for you, you talked about his positioning, but how much, if at all, has confidence or just mentality been something that you've noticed or that you've tried to address with him?
Yeah, that was a big part of our conversation this week as well, was sure I can show clips and talk to him about positioning, the technical and the tactical, but just sitting there and listening to him as well, trying to build his confidence. Against Portland, he, as you guys would probably remember, he put himself in many good opportunities to score. Knew that he should be scoring those goals. So to 7 days later to come back 6 days later to come back and have that mindset, you can see why he's a professional and why he's got a good mentality about himself. So again, he's just growing as a player every day in training, and I was super happy for his hat trick today.
We'll go to Matt, then wrap up with Tom.
I know it's exacerbated because of the mistake there, but was it a mistake for you guys to be playing the ball backwards in a 2-2 game in the 90th minute? I know, that obviously, again, the mistake that leads to a goal maximizes it, but do you want them? Is that a situation where you guys should be playing back like that in such a long, 40-yard pass like that?
In a 40-yard pass, no. In a moment of can we continue to play football to attract pressure to get in behind, which we saw with our first 2 goals, yes. That's exactly. I can't be a coach and say, all right, guys, let's just panic in this moment and play the ball down the line. I need them to be brave. I need them to play. The problem was we were too expansive in that moment, so we need to read them moments as players and just try to maybe get control of the ball, draw a foul. Some of these situations where you see very experienced players doing. But that's the only way they're going to grow and get better. These guys are holding themselves accountable for the mistakes. But again, I can't be contradictory in what I'm asking. I'm going to ask them to attract pressure, to open up space behind, and then we can play very fast. Unfortunately, that one didn't work for us.
Tom.
Yeah, you've worked with young guys a lot, and Joey and Jaden there are 2 of the youngest guys you've got. So is it, when you talk about learning moments, is that a painful but needed moment?
Yes, yeah. You won't see an experienced pro that hasn't made 100 mistakes in their career. They've just got to continue to grow and learn from their moments. And again, they're kind of beating themselves up in the locker room a little bit right now. But every player in the world, once you get to this level, you're going to have mistakes. It's about how do you minimize them, week by week, month by month, year by year.
You got the break coming up now. Going to give the guys, 5 days off, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you look for? Everybody getting away and getting a breather, and probably yourself too?
Yeah, obviously finding a time to get away. And I told them today, it's okay to hold yourself accountable. It's okay to be disappointed because, again, we wanted a better result than what we got today. But we do have a break for these guys where they can go and enjoy time with family and friends. These guys are working 7 days a week, putting in the effort. So to get a break and spend some time with family, I think is a good time for us as a team right now. And then it's all about getting back into it next week. We'll have an open training session at the stadium where I'm sure a lot of our supporters will come out. So it's a great reintroductory to the second half of the season for us. And again, growth mindset. These guys are consistently showing up every day, knowing that we can improve and we can develop and get better. So little break right now for 5 days and then right back at it once we get back.
Is there a chance you get some of these injured guys back after this break?
Yeah. Trying to think off the top of my head right now if any will be short term coming in, but it just gives them an extra 5 days to get themselves away and recovered. I think within the next few weeks we'll have a good squad back ready to use.
So is this a confidence builder off of this one? I mean, the last game, even though you lost, was confidence, but this one, with the way it worked, can you extract good things out of this to, going forward? Yeah.
Obviously, scoring 3 goals. I know they all came from the individual and Klauss, but it was really good build-up goals as well. We can definitely build on this. We can definitely find opportunities that we done well, and we want to continue to do so, but we can also find opportunities where we can improve and get better. So from a confidence standpoint, these guys, again, are in a situation where I think they've embraced the new style of play. They've embraced the new change that's happening. And we'll absolutely continue to come in with a good amount of confidence for the second half of the season.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
A game like that with the momentum switch, with you guys leading and blowing leads and then battling back and Klauss having an incredible day. What do you take from that one?
First, I want to congratulate Klauss. He a guy that works very hard, had some tough moments, like some bad phases, but happily for him that he got what he deserved. Work hard. He got what he deserved, like 3 goals, good goals that helped us a lot. It was just tough. We scored a goal and then we give up so easily, like so fast. We have to keep our mentality to keep push forward, to keep trying to score the goal, like the coach said to us. They have time, But yeah, we got down, we came back. That showed our mentality of our team. We didn't give up and we kept going. And we got 1 point, even thinking we played to have the 3 points. But yeah, it's football.
Yeah, how tough is it at this time of year when you need 3 points to have a game like this where you could have had 3 points and not getting it?
It's very tough. It's very like a mix of feeling because I know we playing better. Every player feels more confident with the style, with Crit's plan. He showed us the way to play, and we scored some goals and balls in behind. The way he said they would be vulnerable, And yeah, it's just tough, because we give up some easy goals, some I could say like stupid goals, but it's on us, it's on the players that are on the field, and we just gotta do better in those times that we need to be calm.
What's the mood after they get that one to go up 3-2?
Oh, like in the middle of the game, of course, it's we mad, we frustrated, but at that time, I thought everybody was all right. We still have time to tie the game, It was 3-2 in the end of the game, but I didn't feel nobody with the heads down. Everybody was hold themselves like high, and we kept pushing, and we got the goal.
Justin?
So to kind of follow up on Tom's line of questioning, but when you are able to get that third goal, is it maybe a moment that you can build off of, knowing that you can come back from behind, that if you don't give up, you can find that goal and find the results because of it?
I mean, of course, but that's why we go to those games trying to, especially at home, we want the 3 points, we want to win. And it's just so frustrated because we worked so hard to score those goals, and we finally score the goal, and then boom, so easily we concede, and then we gotta chase the game again, and then it's 3-2, we're losing so fast, and then I think we can do better. I believe in all those players. Everybody, it's confident that we still can do it. We still can make it like far. And it's a process. Coach, it's like, I think it's in second week, the third week. And it's the progress. It's very, everybody can see the progress on the coach, Critch. And I think that's up to us, how we going to do. In like last game, we lost, even playing very good. Now we have some good moments, and we still concede in some stupid moments. It's just tough, but it's like we always say, we gotta keep working, practice, keep believing, because the 3 points gonna come, the results gonna come, and we still have to fight for the playoffs.
Critchley mentioned earlier that it seems like after a goal, the team wants to kind of drop back into the formation as opposed to pushing forward. Is that something that you can feel out there in those moments?
Yeah, we definitely felt like that. I talked to a couple of players, talked to Célio too in the middle of the game. Like, it's thing that I don't know what happened, but we score, we lead in the game, and out of nowhere, we stop pressing high, we stop and go at them, It's like a thing at us that we definitely need to change this. If we winning, we gotta keep pushing to 2-0. We gotta act like it's 0-0, so we can build the momentum and keep going at them, But yeah, unfortunately, we concede, and we gotta move from that, and we have this 5-day break to think about what can we do better, enjoy our family, and come back even stronger.
Thanks, Célio.
So he's got to head out, so we'll finish things off with Matt.
Just a couple quick questions. Does it feel like there's more patience with this team in the final third? I know direct to goal is obviously a hallmark of this team, but it seems like you're being a little more intentional in working the ball around and trying to find more meaningful passes into the box.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is, I think, that we're working. We value much more the ball now. We're trying to build up more calm, more meaningful players moving without the ball, through trying to find a free player and start from the back. And even in the attack, we always talk, we have to be more patient in front of the goal, and we definitely did. We knew that they would be vulnerable in the balls behind, and I think that's how Klauss scored the second goal, with even the third goal. But we're trying to be more calm. The first goal, it was not like in the beginning of the year, we just would shoot this ball. No. Now Célio was calm, passed the ball to Klauss, and Klauss scored. So we definitely, I think that we were working on to be more patient, more calm in front of the goal, and happily that we could show today.
When you're on the field, I know quantifying success. So what defines success or progression, as you mentioned it? Goals obviously help, but when you're on the field, what does it feel like is different under David Critchley than you had been playing before, that may open up some of these having progress?
In my opinion, I think definitely how we deal with the ball, how the players move. Everybody wants the ball. Everybody it's not like we get the ball and we kick the ball long in behind and good luck, strikers. No, now we're trying to actually create something, pass to the middle. We know when to move. We already know what the other player is gonna do. So it's a thing that we're practicing, and we're showing that we can do more calm in the back instead of pass to the side, kick. And no, now we go backwards, trying to see the free player, and it's more calm on the ball, value more the ball, wanting the ball more. I think that's the big difference, and I think we still trying to get better and better, because it definitely is better, but we still, if we're gonna go to the next level. But I think the most thing that we can be more like, it's winning. That's how we get the confidence, winning games.
Célio, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Tom, go ahead.
How good were those second and third goals by Klauss?
Yeah, it was amazing goals from him. Yeah, it was good finishes, helped the team a lot with his 3 goals. And yeah, I'm very happy for him that he is the guy who made the first hat-trick for this club.
And what was that celebration after the first goal?
I have no idea. I just was doing what Simon and Klauss was doing, to be honest. But I think they drink a lot of times coffee together, and I think this was a celebration.
So in a game like this, hat trick by Klauss, a big comeback, but you only get 1 point. So how do you look at a game like this?
Yeah, for me it was like we played a very, very good game with the ball, and not so good game against the ball. I mean, LA Galaxy is a team. They also want the ball. They create good chances with the ball. There's also calm on the ball, and we don't find so many moments to come into the pressure how we want it. But with the ball, I have to say, I think it was one of our best games so far, and especially under the new coach. And yeah, you can see that the things are going in the right direction. Now we have to keep going, that we don't do so easy mistakes, that we concede so easily the goals against us. I mean, it's hard to score goals, and when we get a goal, especially 1-0 for us, and we conceded like after five minutes, this we have to stop immediately. And but I'm looking forward for the future.
Justin.
Marcel, speaking of the future, it seemed like with how the attack is evolving under Coach Critchley, that you've been involved a little more often, have had a little more success, especially in the build-up and how the team has possessed the ball. Does it feel like you're playing more of your own game out there?
Sorry, you play what?
I feel like you're being more of yourself, having more room to express in the
Yeah,
attack.
for sure. I mean, it's no secret that I like the ball. And under Critch, we do it exactly like I like. In my game, he gives me the freedom also to come back if I have the feeling the team needs a bit of ball possession, or I need some touches. And but also he's strict in his plan. What I like that everybody understand before the game what is his job today. And I have to say the team is doing it very, very good. I mean, we are 3 weeks. We changed our playing style like 180. And yeah, so far we are in a good process. From every game, we're getting better into the style, what he wants from us, and I'm very happy that he is here and he is doing a very good job for us.
Does it still feel like that evolution is happening in real time?
What do you mean, like?
Just in terms of like switching how you want to play in the formation and how you want to attack the ball and possess the ball? Like, does it feel like you're still trying to figure that out in real time?
No, I mean, he has a clear plan how he want to play out from his back. If the goalkeeper, if Roman has the ball after a goal kick, or if we are in the middle third or we are in the final third, he has a clear plan, and we believe in this plan. And what I said, like you can see in these last 3 games, when we start in San Jose, we played definitely a better game. If we watched last week against Portland, it was even better than San Jose. And I have to say today against LA Galaxy, we played with the ball again, a better game.
Thank you, Marcel.
Lynn, we'll go to Lynn first.
Thank you. You described it as the best game that you guys played with the ball. I wondered, do you think, why do you think that is? Is it just as simple as the plan being better, or is there more to it than that?
I mean, of course, we scored 3 goals, what is every time good thing when you start a game with 3 goals. Of course, we also conceded 3 goals, but I mean, like the plan, how it works, when we train it, when we have video analysis, and also then especially in the weekend when we see today, our plan with the ball was completely going in our direction. We did a very good job. It was calm. we invite pressure, we play out of pressure. We also had the option to play behind the lines, and everything what we discussed before the game, especially with the ball, was going in our direction.
You feel like things played out exactly, well, maybe not exactly, but the way you guys had planned for, and it just made everybody more comfortable? Would that be accurate?
Yeah, of course. It's if we worked on it in training and we see there it works. Of course, you get confidence out of it. But even better if you go out on the weekend like today and you see after 5-10 minutes, oh, our plan is good, our plan is working. Of course, you get confidence out of it, and also especially for the future, you get confident.
We'll go to Raquel.
One of the changes in the formation has been out of possession. You're playing up with Klauss in that 4-4-2. What exactly does that do? Anything for your offensive game, putting you in those forward positions out of possession?
You ask with the ball or against the ball?
Just in that positioning against the ball, does that allow you to get in certain positions offensively? You know, once you guys turn things over in transition, or what's the benefit of you playing in that top spot with Klauss instead of like Bescher being up there?
Oh, this question you have to give the coach, not me.
Fair enough. Focus on this, you being up there.
Yeah, I think I understand what you was asking. So, yeah, I mean, at first Simon and me were a completely different style of player, but if we win the ball and we can find me or Klauss immediately, like with the first pass, I'm a guy who see the situation if I can turn or have to keep the ball, and Klauss is like a guy, if he get the ball and even if he have a man behind him, he can fix the ball, he can keep the ball and find even our man. So also today we saw that this working. We won the ball very quickly, and we play immediately was watching forward. We find the passes forward, and we have very good transition moments.
Matt.
Marcel, Célio was telling us about after you concede a couple times, you seem to be more dropping back, and that's been a consistent thing the past couple of games, giving up three of those leads in the past 2 games. Coach Critchley has also talked about the attackers are the first line of defense. So what do you need to do differently as one of those attackers to ensure that you're not dropping back too deep and able to better fight back after going up a goal?
Stay higher? No, of course that we stay higher as a team, that our last line, our defensive guys don't push us back or hold us back, that we are allowed to step higher. We have to get it out of our head that we have to defend in a low block. What we was doing last couple of 4 months now, that we have to step a bit higher, like a mid block, and we can also defend out of a mid block. Because if you win the ball in the mid block, the way to the opponent's goal is not that far. If you win it like in a low block, and for me, we are not a team. We have not that fast player in our team to let's say we win the ball in a low block, kick the ball long, and let's go. Célio is, I think, our fastest player on the field today, and we have to step higher. And I think we will find a solution for it, that we don't. If we score a goal, not drop back, that we stay higher and go for the second goal or the third goal in the end. Then.
Klauss just told me to end cellos, so cello.
Yes, I agree. Thank you, guys.
Klauss, congratulations on a historic afternoon. But what's the feeling after a game like that when you score 3 goals and you still only get a tie?
A mix of feelings, I think. We were in front 2 times and we conceded, and they scored the 3rd goal, and then we were behind and we had to chase the game again. I think we are stepping in the right direction, but we still think that we have to fix it.
Before I forget, what was that celebration about after the first goal?
It was something that I was talking to Simon for a long time. We were planning something together, and we always go for coffee shops, and we drink coffees, and we talk about life, we talk about soccer, we talk about so many things. So it was just about that.
On the second and third goals, both very well struck goals. On those, when you take those shots, what are you thinking when you're taking those shots?
I'm not really thinking about it. I mean, it's fast in the game. Sometimes when we see in videos and we see on TV or we see outside, even us, when we were watching videos, we see how many mistakes we make, or sometimes we can make better decisions on the field, but it's just different when you are there, you are inside, everything's so fast around you, and you have to make a decision very quick. So yeah, I see the chance, I see the opportunity in the second one. I think my first touch wasn't good, which complicated the things a little for me, and so I tried to shoot this very strong to have a chance, and the third one I think was an unbelievable finish.
Do you just kind of feel it out there? Were you feeling it?
Yeah, I think also when you score one goal, you get more confidence, and then you score the second one, and then everything goes in our way, So when we play the long ball from Homan, and I see Timo going for the first ball, I think their back line, everybody was just ball watching, and they forgot the space behind them. So yeah, I tried to use this space. Timo did great, and then it was just about the finishing.
Justin.
João, you, other players have come in this room and talked a lot about just needing confidence, needing a result to kind of build yourself on this season. To be able to come back from being down 3-2 in stoppage time to find that goal, is that something that you feel like you can build off of, even though you don't get 3 points out of it, but you get a result?
Yeah. We are changing a lot of things here, and it's not easy during the season to change from one philosophy to another one, very, very different. I think the team is doing better. I think the new philosophy fits us very well, but we need time, we need reps. And of course, we also don't have this time, and we have the pressure because we need the results. So it's a process. We have to trust the process. We have to be confident about it, what we're doing now. We see many moments that can work very well for us. It's just, as I say, there's things that we have to fix, and we need reps, and we don't have time for that reps. It's 2-3 training sessions, and then we have a next game, and then we have to work physically because the way that we play is very different. We have to work how we play with the ball because it's also different. Also, we want to defend it different. So it's so many things, and it's been 3 weeks. As I say, it's a process. We have to keep working on that.
Yeah, and looking at things a little more positively, the first St. Louis City player to score a hat trick, how does that feel just personally?
Yeah, one more time, I put my name in the history of the club. I'm been here from the day one. Everybody knows the relationship that I have with everybody in this club. How much I enjoy to be here, how much I enjoy to play in front of our fans, how much I enjoy the city and the club. Have a lot of respect for everybody around here. Sometimes you have ups and downs in soccer. I know I had a great first season, then the second season wasn't that good. But yeah, I told you guys when I left last year that I was going to work really hard to come back and play a good season. I think we are improving. I think we are in a good way now.
Go to Baker, then Raquel.
Klauss, what can you characterize your chat this week with David Critchley? He talked to us after training one day this week, said he was going to have a one-on-one with you. How would you characterize that conversation?
Yeah, that's details that you guys don't see but help us a lot. I had a video this week with Critch, and it was just about to give me confidence. He said he feels now that my confidence is 50%, and he wants to help me to get to 100%. He also gave me a lot of freedom. Now I'm playing kind of different position, like hybrid 9, 10, and so he also showed me what he wants from me. He wants me between the lines. He thinks I can help a lot if I get between the lines, if I can get the ball, turn, help the team to combine. But also he showed me the chance that I missed against Portland, and he said, "Look, before you didn't have a lot of chance in the first 15 games. Now you have to be prepared that this chance will come. But I want you to be free. You're gonna miss some of them, but I promise you're gonna score way more goals now." So this confidence that he gave me, he also told me like, "Look, I need you to be more relaxed when you play. Like if you make mistakes, I want to see you flicking the ball around. I want you to improvise things." So like he's just like amazing guy, amazing coach, and we are really, really enjoying to work with him and all his staff as well. We have to mention them, Baggio, Aiden, Elvir. These guys have been helping us so much, giving us a lot of confidence. That's why I always tell you guys that I think we are in a good way now.
And then can you talk about how it's been the past couple of games, starting alongside Simon Betcher, what he brings alongside you for large portions of the game? And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the late goal that you conceded today was after Betcher left the game. So if you could
Well
talk
done.
on his
Well done, Matt.
defensive.
That's a good start. Well done, man. I love that. We are similar, but we have different qualities. I think Simon is a guy that stretched the game way better than me. I'm not a 9 that really like to stretch the game, like to run in behind. I'm a kind of guy 9 that likes to play between the lines and combine. So that's why we also change a lot of times during the game. Critchley wants to I come to this half space between the lines as a 10 because Simon can stretch behind the line and open this space. And if the guys follow him, then I have the space to turn. So he just helped me a lot. As I say, we have different qualities. And also, like, he worked really hard. I think he's been unlucky this season with the goals. But yeah, as I said, everybody's having more chance now. I think we are arriving in front of the goal more often, and I'm sure the goals will come for everybody.
We go back to Tom.
You said, Critchley said your confidence was like 50%. Where is your confidence now?
Yeah, I think we are building on that. A game like this helps a lot, but it's not just the goals in the game, but also the way I'm playing. I feel very comfortable in the position that I'm playing now. I feel that I'm involved a lot in the game, and I'm getting a good spots. So, and also like before the first goal, when we went to drink water, he told me, "Man, you're gonna score. I feel it. Just go there and score." 5 minutes after I scored the goal. So these things helps a lot. And yeah, as I say, it's been amazing for us. Him and all the staff, they just help us a lot.
Hey, you got 4 goals in 3 games since Critch became coach. So that's a very quick change.
Yeah, it is. As I say, he's helped me a lot. He's given me a lot of confidence, and I hope this good form continues.
Klauss, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy it.